Hello, Scorpio. This is your reading this week. I'm going to be looking into your energy, the energy of other. And other can just be whatever other energy is affecting you the most. This reading is also great if you have an 8th house sun or an 8th house stellium. Also, weirdly enough, if you have Pluto on your ascendant, this may resonate. We're going to be looking at the energy that, not so much that you're coming out of, but whatever energy in the recent past, and actually recent past could be last week. Hello, Juan. Juan, you're like mine all day because I'll see you in a little bit. Also, but we're going to be looking at the energy that's really influencing what's going on now. The most impactful energy coming in. Hi, Starla. And then we're going to look at the energy you're kind of coming into now and what's coming up in the future. And we're going to look at the alchemy that your energy and other create. Scorpio rising and Mars. Feed your head. That's quite a bit of no, you may not energy. When you let someone in, it's truly in, then it's deep. And then if they mess up that privilege, and it is a privilege if a Scorpio lets you in deep, that's trust. And if you mess that up, the Cancer will cry in front of you while you're having a funeral and you just don't know because you did something that completely broke them. And to do that to a Cancer, because they're going to give you a whole bunch of chances. So if a Cancer cries in front of you, you're just standing at your own funeral and you don't know. Good morning, Sherry. But if you do a Scorpio grimy, there'll be no crying. There'll be nothing. Zip, nada, zilch. You'll be done. Unless you really, 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 really did something wrong. And then you'll know. Then you'll know. No, you may not. I used to, I have Pluto on my ascendant. I was talking about it all the time, which gives me some scorpionic energy. And a lot of times after my Cancer felt rolled over, taken advantage of, and I was being a sensitive ass, part of the sensitive ass gangster, I used to do something fairly extreme with my hair or something. And I used to call it no, you may not hair. When I felt like the sweet Cancer part of me had been taken advantage of, I would just do something with my outward appearance that made it very clear. No, you may not. Not everybody gets up early in this house to tend to the cats. And then, because now I'm not paying attention to them, they're going to... I'm sure you hear it. I'm sure you do. So we're using best friend. So Pisces is going to be earlier. I just got a message from my best friend who was stopping over. But so we're going to be able to do Pisces right after this. I think Scorpios, the death card came up at the bottom of the deck in Cancer's reading. So there may be something, I know that you all just watched Cancer's reading, but replay viewers, hello, konnichiwa, hi. But there may be something in Cancer's reading for you. These were being very funny. We're using our new Ziggy Stardust Starman Tarot from Annika. While I'm shuffling, my birthday is this weekend. I'm not telling you that so that you can say happy birthday. I'm telling you because I'm really good at giving if I'm like all the time, but especially if I'm receiving, and it makes me feel like there's balance. So I'm running a birthday special. One of the appointments is $44 off the regular price. Now, at 8 a.m. tomorrow, the booking button will appear. You just go to my website, Suzzy Evolutionary, and all. It's right there. It's the second thing. You will not have to go search for it. All the details are there. It's the best way. But if you've been thinking about having a session, it's a good time. Okay. Two of Wands in the exact same space that Cancer's Two of Wands was. And the Tower in reverse. Just, there's definitely, this is a new, different deck. I extra shuffled it because I felt the need to shuffle a lot. And we have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. Not in reverse though, also came up in Cancer's reading. I mean, this happens a lot in Hyro in the elements where they'll all come up the same energies, but this is a lot. So we have Scorpio, we have the Knight of Wands in reverse on your end. That's the energy that's been impacting you the most recently. And recent could just be the whole last year. Feeling like the mojo, I really think you guys should all watch Cancer. Feeling like maybe, you know, the wind got knocked out of your sails. You know, Scorpio is good at being passionate. That Mars really helps. I often kid around and call Scorpio sex on a stick. Because it's, and I don't mean that like that's all they're walking around looking for. I just mean that like they could not be trying, and there's something, it's Mars, right? There's something that's just insatiable. And that's the magnetism that I talk about. Leo has it too. On their side, we have the Seven of Swords. Whatever you're getting out of, you're not passionate for that anymore, and they're not being honest. And the Ten of Pentacles is in reverse. I think something that you thought was going to be the happy home and the whole nine, this person turned out to not be who they first presented themselves. That's what took the wind out of your sails. All right, and the upcoming energy, they've got their Nine of Cups on. You have the Hangman in reverse. This is sometimes, even in the small little energy check-ins on soul navigation, Scorpio's been coming up with more than one person. I'm asking the pendulum right now because this does not feel, the back row does not feel like the same energy of the people coming up. So let's just see. Is the Nine of Cups the same as the Seven? Is that the same person as the Seven of Swords? Right away, big no. Okay. Right away, big no. There's someone, there might be someone else, which is good because you don't want the Seven of Swords. Also, the Seven of Swords, very interestingly, and I'll show you these gorgeous cards. The Seven of Swords, very interesting. There's broken glass, and they definitely look like they're trying to leave. They're not just trying to leave with the swords. They're trying to leave taking something that doesn't belong to them. This does not feel new. This does not feel new. Huh. And I think that's why you're Knight of Wands. I think you tried. I think you passionately tried to make this work. The Hangman in reverse, and I just got done saying this with Cancer because in Cancer, in the same exact spot, we have the Four of Swords in reverse. And I said that when I see the Hangman in reverse and the Four of Swords in reverse, it's time. It's time after it hasn't been time. And it feels like it hasn't been time for you. There's not, the Justice is on the table, but it's in reverse in the Alchemy, and we'll clarify this. This is a very interesting reading, and I have to say, Scorpio, I know the South Node is going over your placements right now, and Uranus is opposing you, because Uranus is in Taurus, right? So that can be making oppositions to your planets, and then while you have the South Node, Scorpio is getting squeezed. Like, not that every Scorpio is I'm not saying that, but it feels like pressure from both ends. It feels like, it could feel like, you know, almost in a universe energy sense. It's like Vinny the fish squeezing you wherever you turn to cough up whatever it is that you've been holding on to, so you can release it, move out of this energy. And not only that, when those placements kind of shift a little, it's going to take a while, but there are other really beautiful, like this new Cancer moon could also be trining your Scorpio placements, and that's going to feel good. Neptune in retrograde for Scorpio is going to feel great. Because the fog is lifting. You'll be able to see people for exactly who they are. You'll be able to see people you weren't sure about being exactly who you wanted them to be. And, you know, the people that you wanted to be something better, you'll see them exactly for who they are too, whether they're that person or not. Also, you know, Neptune encourages self-comfort. Whether that's the self-comfort of hubris, whether it's the self-comfort of substances, eating, shopping, whatever. Hiding. Non-participation trophies for everyone. When that Pisces moon... in the beginning of the week on water placements, it makes us want to do nothing. Not physically. It feels like it hasn't been time for you, and it's time for you. And I know that I said that it might feel like you're getting squeezed, but don't forget that, like, and you're all going to want to shoot me. This is like the most un-Scorpio thing that I can say, but like, pressure makes a diamond. Scorpio's like, I like coal. Doubles as eyeshadow. It's as black as my heart. I don't feel like there's justice yet in this situation between this Nine of Cups, which is somebody who has learned self-love, and this justice in return. We're going to clarify and see. I just feel like, Scorpio, you're going to be more clear, especially because that Neptune is in Pisces. So that's also trining. You have a lot of activity. Just so you know, Scorpio. If you've been feeling like this is because this reading is like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. It's a lot. But there's a lot going on in Scorpio's chart. I don't have to see your personal chart to know that, like, at one point or another this year, the placement's going over. I mean, since December, January especially, you may felt like you were just about to catch your breath, and then it was like, oh no, I haven't seen anything yet. But when that Neptune goes into retrograde in Pisces, it's really going to clear up matters of the heart for you. And it may be, for some of you, it may feel clearer and safer. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but it may feel safer for some of you when that Neptune goes in retrograde, because there may be more ability to do something about things that are not right. Or when you can see somebody more clearly, you may have more impetus. You may not want to self-comfort. You may actually want to take action. Then we have, in the upcoming energy, we have Three of Wands. Scorpio, it feels like you're going to choose and leave some things behind. I hope that's true. They have Two of Wands in the same exact spot that Cancer's person had Two of Wands. There's a little indecision with this Two of Wands. Just a little bit. And in the middle, in the alchemy, we have the Tower in reverse. It feels like both of these decisions about passion it feels like you and this person almost will have to, like, risk it all, play with fire. And it's the last thing you want is another Tower moment. But if I may say so, Scorpio, it feels like this whole last year has been uncomfortable at times, possibly, and hard at times for you, and painful at times for you, because you were trying to avoid a Tower moment. Because the thing that may have been best was the thing that you avoided because it felt selfish. Because I think you're being hard on yourself, Scorpio, because you could feel like this must all this Mr. Toad's Wild Ride may be happening because I deserve it. And then when you get into that space where you can think about, well, what if? What if I did this? What if I chose for me? What if I left myself open to the idea of a life I deserve? Like, let me rephrase that. When you open up your mind and your heart space, and let yourself be lost in the thought of having what you tell everyone else they deserve, and then struggling and snuggling with your demons of, do I actually deserve that? And so, because I don't think that you deserve sometimes what everybody else, what you wish for everyone else, you know, you water it down. And when you do that, you're not aligning, and then things crumble. There feels like a big risk for you and your person because this is passion. This is passion on both of you, and decision making about passion. And it just feels like you both feel like there's a lot in the balance, but God, I hope this is true. Let's clarify. It looks like maybe you're gonna risk being actually loved the way that you advocate for other people to be loved. You know, Scorpio is funny because Scorpio, when they're younger, they're like, yeah, let's stick our hand in the fire. You know, really feel something, get burnt a little, laugh in the face of danger. And then sometimes two things happen to Scorpio when they get older. They remember what happened after they got burned. and they wrestle with themselves internally over wanting that little bit of risk, that little bit of passion, that little like sting of really feeling alive. Or, you know, if they don't water it down, sometimes they plug into the idea that they can just get stung again and again and again, and never expect to find somebody that will be a partner to that, will be, you know, they kind of brush off the idea of deep connected relationships, when that's really what Scorpio is about. It's in the house of intimacy, true intimacy, not just physical intimacy. Okay. Let's see. No, I don't want those. I wanted them aesthetically, but I really don't want them. Let's see. I want to clarify these, and I don't want to be like overly mushy with my choice of cards, but I feel like we need to know. Did we just use the regular Rider-Waite? Thank you, Ro. No. I feel like we used the double major. Boop. And hopefully the booklet's like right up there. Hey, these earrings didn't even make like my ears bright red or anything. Right out of the package into my ears. Temperance, moderation, Scorpio. You know, this is not maybe sometimes normally, well, we just talked about that, right? Like when Scorpio is younger, sometimes like the idea of temperance is like moderation. God, that's boring. Wow. Cancer's card just came out in Scorpio's reading, and Scorpio's card came out in Cancer's reading. I don't know what to tell y'all. There's fear and stability at the same time on your end. You know, here's your choice, Scorpio. You can look at what, because you're the Phoenix, right? So you can look at what went up in flames and decide, I'm doomed. I'm a fuck up. I fail shit. I have a hard time with, you know, with not running in to feel the sting so I can feel alive, right? And sometimes that doesn't breed the most. Scorpio's not supposed to live their life like a flat line. You can look at yourself that way, but what you really are is the Phoenix, the ever rising, and the Queen of Pentacles. Because what do I say all the time about the Queen of Pentacles? And I know that sounds like crazy weird, and I'm sure if any other readers come at me, they're going to be like, lady, that is not what that card means. But hear me out. The thing I say about the Queen of Pentacles is she is so surplanted. She is so, she's so capable of bringing abundance. She's a no-fail partner when we see it in partner. And it's the idea that it doesn't, they understand that the ability is within them to grow at any time. They could lose everything and know that, like, it's okay because I have built everything back up before and I will. Is it great to have to build everything back up and not just to keep it to begin with? No, no one likes that. And it's not just you, Scorpio. So if you can take the focus off, like, this is me, this is what I do, I mess things up, I have to take the risk, because that gets you to this place. That gets you to the place where we see it, you know, where you're so worried that, like, any risk will just screw things up because you think it's the risk that screwed things up. You know, we make choices from our wounds when we're younger, and then we start to learn from them, and when we glean wisdom. And I talked about Saturn and Cancer's reading. You know, Saturn is also the wisdom that we get from our bumps and bruises. You're not supposed to live your life like a flat line. And that makes you the Queen of Pentacles. That makes you able to know how to build things back up. You can do it because you've done it before. We have the Nine of Cups and the Chariot. Very, very watery energy, but it's also on the move and feeling good over here and partners and other. This could also be career for you, Scorpio. Something you've been working on for a really long time could have developed in a kind of solid way where, like, they're not going to overly depend on you. This is either a person or it could be career, but where, like, you're going to add to this. It's already moving. You get to, like, jump on a moving train, which, I mean, that sounds right up Scorpio's alley. For the thrill of it all, there's something that, like, you can go try, and it's not going to crash without you. You could also add to it. But I think the idea that, like, you crash things also keeps you from doing things. And this is already self-sufficient. It also could mean that your person is a little bit out of the distance when we see the Chariot. Now, on top of Justice in reverse, there's the Lovers in reverse. I don't know that this is back together yet, Scorpio. I asked the pendulum, this is two different people. That Seven of Swords. I think you're questioning if this is your person or not. Or if they're a choice or not. The Lovers card is the choice. We have the Wheel of Fortune on top of the Two of Wands. It's in reverse. It feels like there's a part of you that knows that you could like make some different decisions and stuff would shift and move. I don't know that you're doing it right away, and that's okay. That's okay. Because after somebody's burnt you, after you've not felt passionate, and after things have crashed, you don't want to risk another tower moment. And so it makes sense that like the Wheel of Fortune is there when you're ready. When you're ready, it'll still be there, Scorpio. Also, don't feel pressure. Don't feel pressure. Like everybody's looking at you because the last thing didn't work out. So now if this thing doesn't work out, you can't risk that. Don't do that. Other people's opinions of you are none of your business. And there's, just the same way, like, I could talk about Scorpio being sex on the stick, or there being magnetism, or people wanting to be Scorpio or to claim Scorpio, because there's certain, like, at the same time, that gets turned around on a dime for you. And then the same thing that they're like, wouldn't it be cool to live like Scorpio? They go, oh, look how Scorpio's living. I mean, that's other people's problems. They should make their own life something that they love so much that they're A, not jealous of you, and B, not judging you. On either side of that coin. Other people's opinions of you are none of your fucking business. I'm not saying that at you. I'm saying that for you. And you're Scorpio, so you can take it, and I love you. They have Two of Wands with that big thought bubble. It's funny, all of these, this is why I think the Lovers this is the double major. So there's two versions of each, either major arcana or court card. This Lovers, they actually get together. Feels like it's Justice and the Lovers both in reverse. Feels like you're being kept from your person. Let's get... Oh, it says my battery is dying. Let's not do that to you. They have Strength in reverse. They have Strength in reverse. And then there's Truth that's going to come out. There's Truth that's wanted by both of you. We have the traditional Strength card. Everything is traditional except for the Lovers, where the Lovers are together, but they're not. It's in reverse. Just like Justice. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, Scorpio, because I got to plug in so I don't lose ya. Oh, I see what happened. You stop yelling at me. Okay, I'm back. Ta-da. Scorpio, let's find out. You know what I'm feeling? I feel like wise ass. I feel like I almost want to take a timing card, which I never do because I don't want to gas people up. But this is what I want a timing card on. I don't love timing cards about when are they coming back, when will you hear from them? Because there's the best psychics, astrologers in the world can tell you when your energetic opportunities are coming. What they can't do is guarantee you the free will of the other person to take advantage of their own energetic opportunity. What I want to take a timing card for is when is your energetic opportunity, Scorpio, to feel safe enough to act in a way that constitutes your best happiness and peace, regardless of the risk of what will other people say and will I fail again. To not play it safe. Nikki, if you want to come in here, then just come in here, but you can't sit outside my door and cry for just no reason. Wacko. Okay, so then he can. What are you doing? Let's get a regular Rider-Waite for this. That's what I like for timing. Actually, you know what we can do? We'll take a Ciro Marchetti because it's very, very Rider-Waite. They don't really... Let's look at when your best energetic opportunity is. Now, I'm going to tell you that I think it's going to be around the 28th, 29th. Also, let me check for you. Woo. Let me check for you. Venus did move into Gemini. So, Scorpio, with Venus in Gemini and Mercury in Gemini right now, you can be careful not to overthink and give yourself anxiety, right? But you can absolutely put words to your feelings. With the moon will be in Gemini, I think it goes in Saturday night, tomorrow night, and it'll stay there until very early Tuesday when we have that new moon in Cancer. Gemini, Venus, Moon, and Mercury is going to help you put words to emotions and separate them so they don't feel overwhelming. But let's take an actual timing card. I kind of feel like that's, and then especially with Neptune going in retrograde. If you wanted to get your words together and your thoughts together, or even write something down, which is I'm being showed like a yellow legal pad, and writing things down that you want to say, or separating, making lists, whatever you need to do over the weekend. And then when that new Cancer moon and Neptune in retrograde, but Mercury still in Gemini, I really like that. Good morning, Samantha. Okay. The Five of Cups in reverse, whatever you're not. Five of Cups is still going to be our timing card, but let's also process our feelings. Let's take this weekend with all of this Gemini energy and process our feelings. Because, you know, Chiron and Aries, and Chiron has been conjunct Mars. So you may have felt like you can't escape from your wounds lately, but you've explored them now. And now, you know, Mars is moving away, and from Chiron and Aries in the collective. And so now you have space to like think about what you just processed. But, you know, don't be afraid to put words and thoughts to it. Write it down. I keep getting that. June 21st to July. Two of Cups for timing, five of Cups in reverse for what we need to move through. And then let's just get a healing card. Let's just get a pretty little healing card for Scorpio. Scorpio, this was a good reading because you're on the precipice of something. You just have to, like, here goes with another corny saying, you literally just have to believe in yourself as much as you're willing to believe in the rights of other people to experience happiness, peace, passion, to be loved back. Oh, that one card kept showing. Liberating love. I allow myself to receive fulfillment, the same fulfillment I'm willing to give. Liberating love. I think that sums up this reading quite nicely. Scorpio, I love you, now you love you. And I will see you next week, or I will see you tonight on Soul Navigation. I may be doing something because I have other stuff that I want to do to give back to the community. And I want to spend a little bit more time taking a couple more courses, and maybe all the way going back to school. So I think what I may do, and I'm telling you this, Scorpio, because you're safe. I may start doing, like, the first week of the month doing full reads for everyone, and then the second week, whichever sign had the most attendance, the most views, I'll do a reading for those. And the next week I'll do another thing of full readings. And then the last week, what I may start doing, and I want your feedback, because you get a reading every week regardless, because your Scorpio is actually my most viewed videos. The only time that's not true is I do free card pulls sometimes, but I think those views go high because of the free card pulls. Then that last week, again, I would do whichever signs are most viewed, and also do monthly readings for each sign. So you let me know how that sounds to you, because I'm not worried that you hate the idea, because you're guaranteed to get a reading every week anyway, because you're my most viewed videos. So let me know how that sounds to you, because this channel is for you guys. So your opinion matters more than anything. All right. I love you, now you love you. See you soon.